The use of one. Between one and many, people naturally assume many is better. In reality, many is not necessarily good, while one can sometimes work wonders. The story below illustrates this. There were two men traveling together. One had a necklace with a pendant of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, and the other carried with him a good number of portraits of deities and gods. Suddenly, a robber descended on them. As the robber wielded a big knife and lunged at them, the man wearing only the Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva pendant was not hurt. The necklace he was wearing absorbed the blow and he became twisted. He was very grateful to the Bodhisattva for protecting him from danger. However, the other man carrying many icons had his arms chopped off. He was angry and complained. How come, with the many gods and deities that I believe in, none of them came to save me, while the man with only Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva as his guardian was spared? At that time, the many gods and deities spoke to him. We're sorry, because there are so many gods and deities, it would have been rude if any of us just stepped forward without consensus. We started out sending an earth deity to save you, but he was too embarrassed to act on his own. So he sent Lao Tzu, who in turn asked Jesus. Jesus then went to Mohammed for help. As we were trying to decide who would go, the robber came down with his knife and injured you. From the above story, we can see the reliable use of one. A person's faith should never be complicated. It needs to be simple. Even Buddhism teaches no water will end up being drawn if three monks are sent. Therefore, it is best to be single minded. There are 4 points regarding the use of one. 1. One instance of patience can counter 100 acts of courage. We need to be brave in life. However, we cannot rely on courage alone in what we do. Lack of patience in small matters soils great undertakings. When we only have courage and no wisdom, we cannot succeed. We should emulate those with patience who can remain calm before challenges. Being calm, we can think clearly. Thinking clearly, we can accomplish things. This is how one instance of patience can help us succeed and counter 100 acts of courage. 2. One moment of tranquility can overcome 100 actions. When warriors test their skills or masters duel, they need to overcome action with calmness. When opposing armies battle, if intelligence is unclear, it is better to remain stationary than to make a rash move. Being calm, we can go far. Being idle, we can ponder how to move. When we are calm and quiet, we can observe the entire situation and we will not make any false moves that may bring us trouble. 3. One act of diligence can accomplish 100 deeds. Confucianism teaches diligence accomplishes while frolic ruins a career, and nothing is difficult when diligence is applied. Buddhism teaches the 4 right types of diligence. It tells us that if one is lazy as a layperson, one loses in worldly gains. If one is lazy as a monastic, one loses the right Dharma. Diligence is indeed important as it can make up for shortcomings. As long as we are willing to work hard, it does not matter if we are wise or foolish. We can certainly develop a fulfilling career. 4. One benevolent deed can eradicate 100 evils. The sutra says one kind of thought is sufficient for attaining Buddhahood. The kind thought of a young novice monk to save a colony of drowning ants ended up adding years to his short life. A benevolent deed can outweigh much unwholesome karma. Therefore, we should never underestimate a kind, benevolent, and harmful thought. Instead, we should be aware of our every thought and be able to always keep kindness and compassion on our mind. In doing so, we can naturally eradicate much unwholesome karma in our life. Buddhism teaches the practice of non duality, the universe within one thought, and one is all. The use of one is surely infinite.